I also want to tell the story about Eskimo kisses from Einar Dahl. Einar was my best friend Polly Hart's uncle. Um, he was married to her mother's sister, and he was our gas delivery man who filled all the farmers, 500-gallon tank barrels that they had on their farms. And so I loved it when he came every month because usually Polly and I were at one another's house, which they also had a big barrel. And we did, and wherever I was, Einar would fill the gas barrel, and then he taught us both when we were little, probably, 3 or 4 years old, that every time he came, if we were there, he would really like to give us an Eskimo kiss. And so I learned very young that what we needed to do was he would say, now Eskimo kisses are when you bend down with your noses really close to each other, and then you rub noses and back and forth and back and forth. And that is an Eskimo kiss. And so I had Eskimo kisses my whole life from Einar. That's as he would come to deliver the gas about monthly, maybe every couple of months. I don't remember. Anyway, a fun time was had the last time I saw Einar. It was after all of our children were born and grown up, getting grown up. And we were at the Sandpoint County Fair, which was a delightful thing that all the neighbors showed up to at some point during the week. It just happened that we were at the county fair when we saw Einar and Agnes Dahl there. And I hadn't seen them in years. And so he was so glad to meet, they were both glad to meet each of my husband and each of our children. And they were, my family was somewhat surprised when Einar said, well, you know what we need to do before we say goodbye. And because it could be years until we see each other again. I said, yeah, we need to have an Eskimo kiss. And he laughed and said, that's right. And so we leaned close together with our noses, and we rubbed our noses with one another, back and forth and back and forth. And then he gave me a big hug, and I gave him one back. And he said, thank you for the Eskimo kisses through the years. They have been sweet and still are. Anyway, that's the end of the story and how I loved Einar coming to give gas, and the Eskimo kisses are just a pleasant, sweet memory. The end.